Bueno, haré la presentación en inglés. Bueno, todos los slides están en inglés y creo que, bueno, al final se queda un poco más fácil. I'm going to present to you guys a little of what we've been up to and how Terra is embracing sports in the last few years. The idea is, first of all, going to present a video to tell a little bit of what we do and what's our business in Latin America, and then we'll go on to talk a little bit about sports.
This is Lady Gaga. You can listen and download my new album right here on Sonora.
Hello there, this is Paul McCartney. Listen to me. Tune in Sunday night on Terra for my Rio show. Coming to you live. Come be with us. Oh yeah!
Thank you. Well, as you saw in the video, we're today the leading digital media company in Latin America. We reach 81 million people every month, which means we are the 31st property worldwide in audience. If there's anyone from BBC over there, we're coming. We have three lines of business. We have the portal, which is the one that has 81 million people. We have Terra TV, which has 12 million people watching videos, downloading through or equivalent to what you guys have here, which is Netflix. We have the same in Latin America. And Sonora, which has 5 million people listening to streaming music every month. In Latin America today, we have an estimated 220 million people that access internet. We estimate by 2016 this number will grow to 400 million, which will mean we'll have around 200 million people on Terra accessing the digital content, accessing sports, accessing entertainment. 96% of these people access on a daily basis. And what's interesting is 86% access it for news and sports, which is our subject, video online, music, which are the two other lines of businesses that we have. Our strategic framework is quite simple, and it has people in the center for a reason. We're very much focused in user experience, user engagement, the user interface, and everything we do when we acquire the rights for sports or acquire the rights for anything for that matter is how the user will interact and engage with that content. Today, the user can engage with any different kind of streams. It can be on your phone, it can be on your tablet, it can be on your TV. We have already in Latin America the connected TVs, so you can access the content through your television with an IP connection. We have a digital out-home network. Anywhere that there is a screen, the idea is for Terra to push the content to the consumer. Regarding Terra and sports, we started our journey in Germany 2006. Terra was the first company, internet company, to acquire the rights or any kind of rights, the official rights for the World Cup. It was an interesting experience, and at that time we bought just what we called near live, because actually the internet rights didn't exist. So we created the category, started creating the category. It was an interesting experience, and it opened the doors for us to go a little further for Beijing and actually acquiring the rights for the first time, actually again, the first time an internet company acquired the rights to broadcast live Beijing to Latin America. What we did was actually we acquired the rights 40 days before the Olympics started. Actually, in 40 days, we had to put everything up. The servers, the portal, the connections, everything. The user interface and everything that wasn't ready because we actually didn't have them until 40 days. What happened is we put, for the first time in the Olympics, you had the option to watch 13 live channels simultaneously. What happened is we got 23 million people to watch the Beijing Olympics only in Latin America, with 40 million videos watched and 20,000 contributions, which at that time we thought were really interesting. Then we went on to Vancouver. If you guys know, well, the Winter Olympics happened during the summer in Latin America. So if you get Brazil, for example, you had the portal, half of it was Carnival, and half of it was Vancouver. And even though that we were at summer, something happened. People started embracing Vancouver. This is the equivalent to curling in Latin America. This was actually sent to us by one of the many pictures that was sent to us from one of the users. This is actually what curling should look like. But in the end, we had, again, 16 live channels. We had 4.5 million people during the summer watching Olympics. We had 16 million videos watched and 140,000 contributions. From 40,000, we went to 140,000. Then came South Africa with Paul. And I'm pretty sure all you guys know Paul. We actually live broadcasted when he did that, and he chose Spain. We were the only ones to live broadcast it at 4 a.m. in Latin America, and people actually watched it. In South Africa, it was different. We had learned actually what to do with the rights. In South Africa, we didn't have the rights to the broadcast. And we learned that a lot can be built around the properties, and that's a little what we learned from the Miller presentation, from Águila, which is the beer. A lot can be built, even though you don't have the rights, you are not the official sponsor, a lot can be built around it. We had a house in South Africa that was sponsored by brands. We had a lot of interaction. We had videos that were posted, and at the end, with all the material that we did, 4.3 million people interacted with the portal. We went from 140,000 to 4.3 million interactions. That was much regards to the integration we did with social networks from Orkut, Facebook, and everything, which we went from multiplied by thousands the contributions that we had. This is interesting. I'm not sure if you know, but in Brazil, Argentina, or Chile, when the selection is playing football, it is said that no one leaves the front of the television. I'm here to prove you wrong. That first peak is, just so you understand, this is clicks per second on the Terra homepage. On the Terra homepage, it's not the video, it's not anything related directly to football. The first peak is when Brazil scored 1-0 on Chile. People were accessing Terra when Brazil scored, and people went to the portal to access and see what was going on. The second peak, right close to it, is Brazil 2-0. And then you have a big peak, which is halftime. And you have a huge peak of traffic. And then it goes down again, and you have a third peak, which is 3-0. And you go down, and then the game ends, and you have an avalanche of people that go onto the homepage. This is actually to say that people, even though they're watching something on another screen from another player, they actually want to go online to see, to make up their mind, make up their opinion, to know what's going on, and to interact with the content. Now we have two challenges ahead of us. We acquired the rights for London 2012 and to Guadalajara, which starts today in a couple of hours in Mexico. And we brought something that's a lot, we see it as a next step in the evolution of user interaction and user engagement with sports. We are going to have in London all channels broadcasted in HD, all the channels. We're going to have 16 channels on all platforms. We're going to have, for the first time, live stats on web and tablets for the users to interact. And of course, we're going to have bloggers, audience, reporters, full social network integration. And what we expect is 100 million people will access London through Terra. Now, in a few hours, we'll start Guadalajara, and I brought you a little video demo of what our interaction is going to look like. Well, for guys, we always dreamed of having a room full of screens with everything we wanted to watch, all the sports simultaneously, just to look at them. And that's a little of what we try to bring with this new interface. Well, thank you.